Student, yeah, I am Kevin Richards. Yeah, I am a technician. I'll be the first one that you will be talking to about making all the handles and how to go about. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this wood from being square and bring it round like this here. So when you're all done, the handle is supposed to look like this. This is the material you're using. The name of it is teak. The size of the material that we're using is 15.5 centimeters in length. That is from here, this point to this point. 15.5 centimeters in length by 4.5 centimeters square. So this is here, square. So 4.5 centimeters square, 15.5 centimeters in length. So what we have here is we call it an saw, miter square. Before we do anything else, this is the safety that you will be needing, right? You'll be needing your mask and also your goggles. What we're going to do here now, we're going to start to use some of the hand tools. The reason for using the hand tools, we need, some of you all students never go on a machine before, so we had to really use our little hand tools before they go to the big one. So we had to, in other words, you had to pre before you walk in the shop. So we had to get the basic, and then use the basic tools, which is the long time method of using the hand tool before we really use the big one. We had to locate the center point of this material. Because if you don't find the center point of the material and you go on the machine, all kind of thing can happen. But remember, the lead going at 2000 RPM. And if you don't locate the center point, the wood could wobble up, and that could cause damage to you and me and everything else. So let me be safe first. So for me to do that now, we have to pull a line from one point to the next, creating an X. And between where the two lines cross in the center, that is the center point. See, look at it there. Right? So you pull in one line there and one line there and creating an X. And between which line cross there, that is the center point right there. Right? So that is center. You can't get more center than that. Right? So for you to do that now, we're using what you call, the first tool using to do that is what you call the miter square. This is a miter square. Right? This miter square, some people call it a combination square because it have a combination of sizes, right? We have the 90 degrees angle here, and we also have the 45 degree, and you also have a T, which is a straight. So you see all that on one little square. Right. What we're gonna use today is the 45 angle. Right? So what we're doing now, we're resting it on like this, on the material like this. Resting like that, corner to corner, making sure that the square lie down flat and hitting the corner point. And what we're doing now, we're doing like this, see? And we're marking like this, and we're taking the pencil and we pull in a line. We turn it wrong on this side, turn the material wrong, and do the same thing on this point here, and take the pencil and pull a line. And what you do now, you have to do that on the both sides. So you have to flip it and do it on the both sides. After we do that now, we're moving on to the next hand tool, which is the tenon saw, which is this tool here. So you have a correct way to use this and a wrong way. So you put in the correct way to use it now is to put your hand here, put your hand in here like this. The rest of your palm of your hand going between this Batman looking thing here, like this. Right? Your thumb going on also like this. And your index finger going on the straight. So that keeping it straight. Right? So what we're gonna do here is you're going to use it, but you won't get that done here. But when you go across to the next instructor there, he will tell you. We're going to dice the material. They call this part dicing. The reason for dicing is because it have something on the lathe when you go in. It have 4 pins will go into each line here. Right? And it have a center point and 4 pins will lock into here. And when it tightens, it will lock into the wood. So that will prevent it from coming out in any kind of way. Right? So that is what we call dicing. Right? So that is the way how to prepare the handle to use on the lathe.
Grill it on. Right. So what to do with the mud or the handsaw? Same thing here. That's called dicing.
This here we have on the board here is an actual drawing of the size of the handle you'll be using. So the machine we're going to use is the wooden lathe, which you'll get to see when you reach across there. The speed of the lathe is running at a speed of 2000 RPM. This board here is all the tools that will be needed to make the handle. In the order that you see it highlighted here, number 1, the grouch. Number 2, the parting tool. Number 3, the wrong nose. Number 4, the skew.
Morning students, my name is Stephen Prime and we're going to unturn the handle. When we finish, this is what the handle is supposed to look like. Now the different chisels we will be using is these here. Gouge, pattern tool, wrong nose and the skew. That is the 4 different chisels we will be using. When we will come in to do the diameter of the handle, we're using an outside caliper. Like to measure the diameter of the handle, we're using an outside caliper. Now we also have a template to get the line up of the handle. This is the template, so we will not have to measure it like how we have it on the paper. So we make a template, so we line it up. Take with pencil and we take with different marks on these marks here. When we finish working down the size, we're using 2 different grades of sandpaper, 180 and 220 grade sandpaper. 180 is to get the roughness off of the handle first, and then the 220 is to get it smooth and nice as a finished sand. When we through with it, we go into the vertical bandsaw, which is to cut the back of this, cut it off as close as possible, And then we're going on this sander to finish smoothing on the back of it. Yeah? So let us proceed now with the practical part of it. Remember, this is the wood turning lathe, which is made up of a headstock with the motor, a tailstock, and a tool rest. We tool always must be resting on the tool rest. And we hold the chisel like this, thumb finger, finger below, and must be resting on the tool rest. And we standing in a position that we can move from right to left. Right to left. Not flat-footed. Yeah? Now if anything should happen, we have to fix the mass, dust, anything. You move the chisel all together and not leave the chisel here and do all the fixing. You must move everything all together. Yeah? Now, also, the motor spinning at 2000 RPMs. That is the speed of the motor. So, we're going to line up now. Now, if you notice the material, it have the, when we done dice, it have two sides over the X, which one side lining up here, and the next side lining up here. So, we come in here first, looking for the center, line up, in the headstock, and we hold it, then we come to the center, the tailstock, and we lining up center. We just hold it slightly, and then we coming back to the headstock and make sure that the fore cut fits in the jaw properly. Once it lining up properly in the tail, in the headstock, we tighten it properly. Extra safety, we have this lock here to lock it. So it's going to run slack when we're in motion. Yeah? Right, so here we go now. Make sure, eyeglasses. We're going on and off switch. Tool rest, finger to hold on, finger below on the tool rest, it's a handle chisel from going backward or forward. Yeah? Now every slide is a cut. When we slide, we're going a little more. We slide, we're going a little more. For instance, and one cut, we're going a little more. Our outside caliper coming to measure the diameter that when we come down to the side. Now, we're not going right up to the headstock for the reason. If we continue to go right up to the headstock, to use the diameter for this, we're going to bounce it with the chisel. So we're stopping a little way off first. And we're not going right up to the top. We're stopping before. And we check in. Alright, that's the first step. This is the diameter we're looking for. The second step we're going to is the template. So then we length our handle this way. Yeah? So we're coming out, we're lining it up here. In the front here, and taking the pencil and we're like this. And we're going to pattern tool now. We come in here first. work like the gouge. Backward and forward. This chisel is only one place. You cut one place and you move. That's the diameter we're looking for. We come and we move to our next measurement and we go down until it moves. It's not a move like the gouge, right? So we're going down again. Right? Now we come into the back here now to bring it down thin to the end, to the length of the handle. So we come into the back here. That's the length. Next chisel we're going for is the wrong nose. Now the wrong nose not working like the gouge and the parting tool. The wrong nose is to work from center, using the right side to cut the left side, and using the left side to cut the right side. Now when we reach back to the center, we're not going right through. When we reach the center, we stop it. So we have a center mark. And then we use the left side and we're coming back. Then we come to the right side. Center. Left. Right. Now when the process again, the diameter, it might be a little off. It might be as smooth as possible, straight through, with one diameter. Then with the skew coming. Make sure that the skew resting, the blade must rest and the whole flat part of the blade must rest against the material. Whole blade and slide. Smooth. So it's going to be one measurement. Yeah? And then we're taking the skew now to come to this part here, the wrong at the back. So we line up the skew. Fingers on top. We hand over this because this is the brakes. We hand over and we press it and we come and we turn it. The tip of the chisel is supposed to come right to the back of this. So we get the tip to come right down to the back and we turn it. We will get it at once, so we have to do it continuous. For instance. Alright? Now in the back here, on the end here, we don't want this part. But right now, my own tip, so we want to go down a little thinner, so we're using the part of the tip. A little thinner. And then we turn the chisel to the right a little bit, to lower with the excess at the back. And straighten up. Yeah? So then after that now, we come out with the sandpaper. We're using the 180 foot. And we're going like this, we hold it over flat. Now when we're sanding, we have to hold it in a way that it must touch the whole surface. So we hold it flat against it and we slide it like this. Right? Wrong now, we hold it flat against here, pull towards it, and then we roll it over. Flat, roll over. Flat, roll over on the roll. And then when you cut out, you fold in the index finger inside. And we go in right, left, right, left. So get inside of your stand properly. You're not touching the front part, that is the cap going on. Right? And we come in with the 220 now. And we're going with the same procedure all over again. This is the finished sand. Now if you want a little more shine on it, but normally we don't take the bus, hold with hand, and hold it over like this, and press, and slide. Now you can notice carefully it's so shiny again. Yeah? There's the finished product, like this piece here. Right? Now we're going back on the vertical band so now and cut it close, leaving it about 2 millimeters off. Yeah? Then we're going on this sander. We're not going right down. We're leaving us something small. Right? Then we're going back. And we will be able to use the 180 sandpaper and get it smooth down perfect. Take the 180, put in the palm of our hand, take the handle, and we press it down like this, and we turn it. Put a little elbow grease in it. You take a look and see. You only want the wrong part of it sanded, not the sides. You don't want to scratch up the sides, just the wrong alone. Alright, that is we there. So then we take in the 220 now. Same procedure to get a finished sand. And that is we there.